Connecting stream to go live. Go live. Come on.
Is the internet being...
What the fuck is happening? Okay. There we go.
Okay, dude. But the internet's still good, I think?
Yeah, we're live. I do that.
Alright, just start this again.
Yeah, he said congrats.
Nice. There's 10 boys.
You got too horny, and that's why.
I don't want him to come.
Jake, how horny does this make you? Very horny.
TV is one big joke. Believe me, Minnesota sports in all sorts. You see, they know it's never gonna get easy. You see, they know it's Minnesota, constant pain and misery.
And I'm a part of Al Qaeda.
It's 10K TV. It's one big joke. Believe me. Minnesota sports. In all sorts.
Dude, he could turn Daniel Jones into Brett Favre.
Minus the penis pics.
Yeah. You can legally smoke crack.
What is a DVOA?
I went dicks, vaginas, or ass.
I think that's what it is.
Don't know much except to yell.
All right, second time's a charm. Third time?
Yeah, it could be 10 times, and we'll still make it work.
It's the American way, Jake.
Yeah, that's our way. That's the 10K way, honestly, is technical problems.
Technical problems, yet genius solutions, folks. Welcome back to another episode of 10K TV, presented by 10,000 Takes. My name is Boss Man, joined by journalist Jake, acting as Rex Kwando. And we're getting ready for the big Four Nations game, USA, Sweden. We're going to get to that. We're going to talk about it. But before we do, I have to defend myself because I wasn't here last week. And I was ragged on by this bald-headed prick named Marlowe who needs to accept he's bald. I watched that, by the way. You tried to bring it up to him, Sarge. He denied it. He's just got to accept it. But so you guys were ragging on me because I, on 2 weeks ago's show, may have thrown out an incorrect piece of information that allegedly the high school coach for Benilde and St. Louis Park got into an alleged fist fight, which apparently did not happen. They corrected me on last week's show and said that there were some strong words, potentially some saliva intentionally thrown at each coach's face. But what I would like to point out is that information was provided to me by the one and only Zooch Collins.
It's our own Such. So I heard about that. I think we were talking about that.
So
and that makes sense. That's on par for him. What did he say that
Will Reichard missed six of his last 11 kicks?
He missed 6 of his last 11 kicks, dude. Like,
it is partially my fault. I could have done an extra layer of fact checking based on Zooch's history, but I didn't. So that one's on me. If you are a member of the Benilde or St. Louis Park Hockey Association and I made you look like a bunch of savages for fist fighting, that one's on me. But I had to throw it out there. Zooch was the one who told me that they got in a fist fight.
They got in a fist fight, dude.
Maybe he said it was a regular fight and not a fist fight. I swear to God, he said it was a fist fight.
Oh, you know he said it was a fist fight. I wasn't there when he had that conversation with them, but you know he said it was a fist fight.
I got called a fraud for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is kind of on you for taking that information,
for sure,
like you said, from someone who's like Zooch, who is exaggerated stuff like that with Will Reichard. But you know, you can put blame on him. But yeah, Will Reichard, though, again, he missed like 8 of his last 11.
I think he's missed 16 of his last 11 kicks, if that's even possible.
I know, no,
somehow.
that's something. He missed his last 16 of 11 kicks, dude.
Insane. But
oh man,
as you can tell, we're dressed up in American gear. We got the big game tonight. By the way, stick around on our social channels. We're going to stream the entire game tonight and Thursday, but let's get into it. Jake, our first topic that I have for you is Canada even a hockey country anymore?
No, and I was thinking about this when we had listed it as a topic, and Canada hasn't been. Have they even been a hockey country They haven't been a hockey country since 1980, when the United States beat Russia on the Miracle on Ice. When was Canada's Miracle on Ice? They've never had one. They talk about, oh, Canada's this great fucking hockey country. We've had Miracle. We had Herb Brooks. We had all these great teams. So. It's they haven't been a hockey country for over 40 years. So I'm in the boat of that. No, they haven't been They aren't a hockey country. They haven't been one for a while compared to the U.S.
They have funnier looking police officers. That's what they got.
They do, and South Park is pretty accurate on how they do depict Canadian people. So
I mean, can you guys remember the last time a hockey game had that electric of a start? We had 3 fights in the first minute. We had the beauties that the Kachuk brothers are. Those absolute rats were out there running around, throwing elbows, throwing punches. JT Miller skates up and cross-checks someone twice his size. That was electric. I mean, the Bell Center, I heard, was loud, but, dude, I could not imagine what it was like being in the building when those fights started. I mean, it's just funny because you guys probably saw the tweets, the memes, whatever. It was like the NBA All-Star game was happening, or the skills competition, whatever, the same night. Those guys weren't even, wanting to play in this, half-assing it. LeBron doesn't even play in it. And meanwhile, while the hockey players are on their mid-season break, they're trying to fucking murder each other.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I know. They're on ice, full equipment. Yeah, it's not just they're out there half-assing it, just trying to put on a show for the folks like they've been doing on All-Star games. Yeah, they're going out there. Like, I knew this game was going to get scrappy, but I didn't expect that in the first 10 seconds. I thought they were going to get going for the first few minutes, but they were just going at it. I mean, who did Matthew Tkachuk go after? Was it Hagel? Or,
yeah,
Hagel.
I'm like, I don't know if he was talking shit to him, but like, dude, you were messing with the wrong motherfucker.
Yeah.
Matthew Tkachuk, Hagel, come on, dude, get out of here.
I think Barstool Chief said it best. He said, I'm so happy this rat was born in America.
Yeah.
It's like, that's so true. And then Brady, his brother, obviously wanted a piece of some. I think, was it him and Bennett?
Him and Bennett.
Him and Bennett. That was a heavyweight fight. That was definitely a lot better than the first one. Brady skates over. Tkachuk is waiting for him, daps him up as he's getting into the penalty box. And then it was funny because they were mic'd up and they were like critiquing each other's fights. So like, oh, how did my fight look? Oh, it was good. What about yours? Oh, I think I fucking got a couple good ones on him.
Yeah.
These boys are just American blood to a T, man. What a game.
Yeah.
The fact that these fellas, too, win this game and they're listening to Dream On in the locker room after, just dishing out handshakes. I mean, you talk about the name on the front being more important than the name on the back, dude. This was like, it wasn't Miracle on Ice by any standards, but you can tell that those guys grew up watching the movie.
Oh yeah, it was. They're taking in the full, like, bringing back the Miracle bit. They're playing right into that
American hockey.
And I think this is people keep forgetting, like, 1 year, in 1 year's time, we have the Olympics. It'll be the first Olympics with the NHL players, so we're just seeing a little bit of a preview.
This is a preview.
A preview of that, and it's already electric. I mean, I don't know what the views were on the Canada-USA game, but I know there were people that were invested in that game that don't even watch hockey.
Thursday night, I think the rematch for the championship of this tournament, that's going to do some numbers.
Yeah, it's going to be Canada, because Canada won the day, right?
Yep.
So it's Canada-US. That's the
Barely
comeback.
they won.
It's going on.
But let's move on to the opposite end of the spectrum. We mentioned the NBA All-Star game. Oh, Sarge, producer Sarge.
All
right, we're good.
All right,
good.
you got it?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, we're live.
Folks, you can't rip on Sarge for screwing up the producing role because this man has gone a month and a half without porn.
Yeah.
Dude, it's brutal.
He must be. You're probably shaking, right? I don't even know what. I don't even know what your
You not have a
withdrawal
mic
symptoms
over
are.
All right, my Instagram feed used to be fights, hockey, fishing. Now it's just boobies.
Okay, well, that's still better than where you were at here about a month and a half ago. But
Yeah, never mind.
yeah,
Move on.
yeah, we won't dive into
Move
that.
on.
But the NBA All-Star game, terrible. LeBron James says the day of the game that he's not going to play. But you want to know what he does anyways? He wears his street clothes in the photo shoot with the team. He's in the middle of the team. They're all wearing their jerseys. I think it was Team Shaq and Team Chuck.
And whoever team, they're just the analysts are picking the team.
Yeah, it's like LeBron
What?
doesn't even play, but there's pictures of him like in the team photo shoots, literally palming a ball in his street clothes, being like, I'm gonna be the biggest cheerleader today.
That does. We're getting so bad that they're taking load management breaks on the All-Star game.
Yeah, they are.
What is LeBron James out in the All-Star game? General soreness.
Yep.
Just like the
I
Jimmy
think he
Butler
said
bit.
ankle and something else, soreness.
That's so stupid.
So at least he tried to pick a part of his body that might hurt.
Goodness
Because
gracious.
Jimmy Butler used to just do general soreness.
I know,
I'm generally sore every single day.
Yeah, and we're still going out and playing 11 p.m. beer league hockey.
Right.
LeBron.
And we're paying to do it. He's getting paid to do it.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
And then what was with the skills? I didn't watch any of the All-Star games. I just saw clips of the skills competition.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
So apparently, I don't know if there must have been a certain point thing where the faster you did the thing, the better. Because Wemby went up to all the different refs and said, hey, can I get away with not shooting any of the basketballs? I'm just going to throw them in the general direction of the rim. And all the refs were like, yeah, you can do that. That's fine. And so him and Chris Paul were kind of talking about doing that. And then they did it, and they got disqualified.
Yeah, that's the clip I saw. Wembanyama and Paul, they go up to the shooting part of it. They just chuck the balls. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you? You're
Yeah,
told.
it was a circus.
You're. This is already bad. My eyes are bleeding trying to watch this, and you're just totally not even. You're not even going with the rules of the skills competition.
Yeah.
You're throwing the ball away. I'm like, this is just horrendous.
And then out of nowhere, I think it was either during the dunk contest or maybe it was during that skills contest, but like Mr. Beast and Damian Lillard were kind of pushing each other around because they wanted different guys to win it. Like they were kind of beefing over a certain player competing in it, and I was like, what the fuck is Mr. Beast doing there?
Dude, and to make it even worse, what the fuck was going on with LiAngelo Ball?
Oh, yeah.
The meme was we have USA Canada playing, and then someone's like, "What is this?"
Meanwhile, you have fucking Wemby and Chris Paul playing wall ball with the basketballs from the 3-point line.
Yeah. You have a combination of this. This is just a disaster. I'm like,
You know
the
what?
NBA's already bad to watch.
The NBA and the NFL are really trying to out terrible each other with this. I think they're genuinely trying to see who can have the worst All-Star game.
I
and
think
they're
so,
pretty
too.
much neck and neck at this point right now.
And the NHL, they literally probably had the best product of it on All-Star Game when they did even that 3-on-3 tournament.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck this. We're going to put all these countries together and play them against each other, and they're going to fight each other.
Yeah. It's crazy, like the difference between playing for your country and playing for your division, because the NHL All-Star Game was not really a joke, but wasn't as fun, obviously, when it was like, oh, the Central Division versus the Pacific.
Yeah.
Put those guys as countries on the front of their jerseys, and they're trying to murder each other, literally
will-
till death.
Yes, they will. Yeah, they'll do everything in their power. They'll do everything that would be illegal off the ice.
Yep.
And they're just going to take it out on the ice.
Well, it's a good transition if we're talking violence.
Beautiful.
Let's talk the Phillies Super Bowl celebrations. So I say this to you guys every year that if the Eagles are going to win, I like when they win because I like seeing what they do to their city of brotherly love after they win. So where do you want to start with this? Philadelphia wins the Super Bowl last week, and naturally some fuck shit happens in the city of Philadelphia. I'll start. How about that chick who was just in the sewer? You see her?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yep. Just during the parade, just down in the poop and the pee and the garbage, and just being down there and probably hammered. And yeah, go Birds.
Yeah, let's so celebrate by literally diving in shit. That doesn't make any sense. And literally destroying your city.
Yeah. Did you guys see the dude who was subway surfing? Literally, there was
he was like
there was
laying down on the subway.
There was a guy who was like, he was in the prone position, laying on the subway as it was flying through the tunnel. Like, how do you get to that point?
I don't know. And then I know, like, we haven't ever won like a championship in our lifetimes. If the Vikings won a Super Bowl, there would be some chaos going on in Minneapolis.
Sure.
But I don't think it'd be nearly as bad as that.
No.
We've seen other first-time markets win championships, first-time championships, in the last 10, 15 years. They don't get nearly that bad. These people are illiterate. They can't spell the word eagle.
No, they're pretty bad at that.
And then they decide to climb street poles and then wonder why somebody died.
Oh, yeah.
And then that happened after the NFC Championship game.
How about them burning Kermit the Frog, and then Chiefs fans saying that's racist.
Yeah.
That was all-time discourse.
Oh man, because that was like a hit, bash
an
at
ode to Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Someone
yeah.
else also like cooked a pig and they branded it with number 15, or they put number 15 inside of his mouth or something.
I saw that they were raiding like the back of like a delivery truck or something.
Yep.
And stealing
Yeah.
shit. They're like, yeah, this is celebrating.
Someone was just handing out Amazon packages to random people.
Yeah, let's celebrate a Super Bowl. Let's start stealing things from people.
Oh yeah, it's a great excuse to loot and pillage.
Goodness gracious, man. Just trailer trash. I saw Brittany Mahomes call him like trailer trash.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, she's not wrong.
Right.
I mean, like you can call her annoying, but oh
Well,
my gosh.
Less people died at this parade than last year, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, there was a shooting, remember, last year. The
Oh,
Chiefs
yeah.
won. How about just the random 6 dudes on horses that they stole those horses from the police, right?
Yeah.
There was like 6 guys in a row where it was a camera, and it's like one horse goes by, one horse, another horse goes by, and there's like 2 dudes riding on the back of it, and then there's like 3 more horses that come, and it's like they definitely stole those from the police.
And I'm wondering how too, because there's no way they just went up to the cop and the cop. Well, maybe it is. Philly cops might be stupid too.
Or they might-
have,
well,
yeah,
they-
get on the horse.
They probably, just like a car, you probably park the horse somewhere, right?
Yeah, probably. And they just hop on, do what they got to do.
Final one is shout out to their GM, Howie Roseman. He got clobbered with a beer can during the parade.
Oh, yeah,
It
that's
cut his head, and he was just like, I don't give a fuck. I bleed for this city. And I'm like, that's a good way to handle it.
We're like, yeah, I guess that, but that's probably a normal occurrence for a lot of Philly people, just getting beer cans thrown at your head, I feel like, every night.
Yeah.
All right, hypothetical. Which Minnesota major sport championship would cause the most damage?
Vikings,
Probably a Super Bowl.
by far.
For sure.
I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, because of just Minneapolis. Underrated though, or like low key though, I think the Wild winning a Stanley Cup, there might
Yeah.
be some shit going on. Because St. Paul, every other Minnesota team is in Minneapolis, right?
Well, and Wild fans are so blue-collared, like, they would let it all out.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Vikings fan base is bigger than – it's like one of the biggest fan bases in America in general. It's just crazy, but you go to away games, you see it. I feel like a lot of people would travel to Minneapolis for the Super Bowl just to be there for the fuckery afterwards.
They would, for sure. They might not even be the biggest fans. I just think the suburbs too of Minneapolis,
Yeah.
St. Paul, everything would probably just go crazy. But we're not going to be diving in shit.
No, we will not hopefully open up the sewers.
And we can spell Vikings, okay?
Yeah, part of the fight song. But, folks, before we move on, we got to tell you about our beer, Captain's Patch. I'm sitting next to some of it right here. This is a lemon shandy with a raspberry tint that is sold at the XL Energy Center in sections 105, 115, C13. It's also available at Burger Mo's before the game, after the game, and we're only a couple months away from the official start to shandy season. So not too far away from the time you will be able to buy this. Holy shit! I sound like I've drank 10 of them. You'll be able to buy these in all Total Wines, MGMs, anywhere you get beer, liquor, whatnot. So pick up Captain's Patch today. Drink it at the XL for Frost games, Wild games, concerts, whatever else. And we'll see you in a couple months for boating season, golf season, everything else. But Captain's Patch, thank you for sponsoring the show. All right. Let's keep going, Jake. Is Gopher Hoops hot again?
Well, kind of. I mean, they're 5-3 in their last 8, right? They did beat USC on Saturday. That's a decent win, but they did lose to fucking Illinois the week before,
by like
and then Washington
16.
by within 20.
Okay.
I said a while back I want them to win within 20 points.
Right.
If they start losing games, just to lose within 20 points, and they have done that.
They've lost honorably when they have lost.
So it is looking a little better. They are 13th place in the Big Ten.
So they're in.
Right now they're in one of the tournaments.
They're in the bubble.
They're on the bubble of making the conference tournament. Remember, folks, and I just found out about this like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
'Cause there's 18 teams now in the Big Ten. 15, only
Yep.
15 go to Indy for the Big Ten
For the
tournament.
Big Ten tournament.
So, no, they're just fighting to get into the conference tournament now.
Yeah,
So, shit.
because so many teams are in the Big Ten that now not everyone gets in the tournament.
No, exactly.
So
which makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. And I don't think we thought we'd even be talking about any sort of bubble whatsoever. So keep it up.
Well,
never know.
The beginning of the year, I'm like, oh, we're going to go 1-19 in the conference play, but you never know. We have a chance in the conference tournament, and then someone's like, oh, no, they got to make it to the top 15. I'm like, oh, we might be fucked.
So, Jake, it's fun that they're winning. They've won a couple big Big Ten games, right?
Yeah, they're
Michigan
5-9.
Michigan win was big. They beat the new kids on the block, the Trojans and the Ducks. That was pretty awesome. Here's the issue, though, if they keep winning games, is the conversation about Ben Johnson staying is going to start, and they might be dumb enough to just do it.
Well, here's the thing: is if he wins enough games and gets back to like an NIT, or if they view this as like a nice little turnaround, they're like, oh, let's give it another year.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where you worry about with us in Minnesota.
You got to
coaches
rip the Band-Aid off.
They do enough just to save their job, and then it just goes downhill. You're just like prolonging the suffering. But I have an extremely hot take, okay?
All right.
I have been looking at the schedule. Oh, it's sizzling, but maybe it might be cold here. This take could be done by tomorrow
Don't
night.
say we're going to make it to the tournament.
No. This take could lead to them making it to the tournament.
Okay.
I think the Gophers are going to win out. They have 6 games left.
Okay.
They have 6 games left. Stop laughing. They can realistically win every one. The hardest game actually is tomorrow night against UCLA, at UCLA. They're on their little West Coast road trip bit. They play at 9:30, by the way. So
Are you staying up for that?
probably, most likely. We're used to it
Ooh,
with
that
Wild.
sounded like some
Wild.
hesitation.
I'll
Jake.
probably be up to watch it, honestly.
Okay,
but-
so who do they have left? UCLA, Penn State,
They can win that.
Northwestern,
Yes, they can beat Northwestern.
Nebraska,
Yes.
11th ranked Wisconsin.
At home, though.
Yeah.
At home. It's going to be sold out. It might be the first sellout since
The barn will be electric for that.
It'll be bumping.
And then Rutgers, that should be a win.
That's what I'm saying. It's the only 2 teams that are really standing in the way of them like not winning out is UCLA tomorrow, who have struggled. If we can beat USC, we can beat UCLA.
Yeah.
And then Wisconsin. But fuck Wisconsin, right? Fuck the Badgers. We can beat them. It's going to be sold out. We're going to be yelling. I'm going to have Goldie dumping popcorn on me.
Yep.
I don't even know if I'm going to be there yet. I want to be there. But
March 5th. What day of the week is that? Is that like a Tuesday?
I think it's a Wednesday night.
Okay.
So that would be a huge game. Maybe we can get shout out to Phil and Minners, Gopher Hoops guys.
Our Gopher Hoops analyst.
Our unofficial Gopher Hoops content analyst for
They wanted
10,000 takes.
They wanted to do a Gopher Hoops podcast at 10,000 takes, but no video, audio.
It was
only.
audio only, and they're adamant about audio only because I was telling them you got to do video. There's all this stuff that goes with the podcast. They're like, no, audio only, audio only. I'm like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, Gophers winning out, and if they win out, I mean, they could make the big dance.
Yeah.
And then I have to get frosted tips. That's my bet.
Was that the bet?
The bet is if the Gopher Hoops make the big tournament, I'm getting frosted tips, and I want frosted tips.
So then, by all means, you got to be cheering for this take. Then, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I should wear in the shock collar. I've seen that bit, but
I don't know. You never know, though. I mean, even if they don't win out, but they win the Big Ten championship.
if they just make it to the Big Ten tournament, that's all that matters. Just make it to the Big Ten tournament, and you never know.
Survive in advance.
I'm trying to take you seriously, but then I just look at that goddamn bandana, and
Yeah.
I just start
Come
laughing.
down for your free trial.
Show me your pants,
Oh yeah,
too.
I got. Think you want to take a roundhouse kick? Oh shoot, I got to get in the right frame here.
Yeah, there you go.
Wish you need to stand up.
There you go.
Think you want to take a roundhouse kick to the face for these bad boys? Think I got to where I am? Take home to Scarlet at night? Go home to Starlet at night? Forget about it. No more flying solo.
Is that it for Gopher Hoops?
I think that's it for Gopher Hoops. We're done.
Okay.
On Gopher Hoops.
I know this will probably be mostly me talking for this one, but the Daytona 500 was
Wait,
electric.
we missed Bulldogs.
Fuck me to tears.
The
All right,
Duluth.
let's. Yes, sorry, Sarge. That's disrespectful to me, from me to you as a Bulldogs fan.
I was gonna say really quick. Is this because of Sarge? Is this a Sarge topic?
I came up with this topic
Okay.
because I do find it interesting
I
that
had no input.
Okay.
even though he's a Duluth fan,
I was gonna say because I feel like he's a Duluth fan. So
UMD. What?
so
Okay,
the
relax.
Bulldogs are not the best hockey team, but they are capable of just being spoilers. So they every now and then they mix in a pretty good upset. They beat 10th ranked ASU this weekend on Friday night in overtime. Took them to overtime again on Saturday night and tied. Sarge, I put this one on here just for you, but I just wanted to ask you: is UMD back? Are they back?
No, they're not. I hate to. They'll be back once I'm up there in 2 weeks when they play Miami of Ohio, which I don't think they've won a game all year.
Miami, yeah, they're pretty bad.
They're super bad, but I'm excited to go up there. Shout out to the Duluth boys. Can't wait to go. But this is just classic Bulldogs. This is what they do every fucking year, no matter what. As soon as the next year hits, they start just going on. Sandlin has something in the something in the waters up there that make them play awesome, and they are definitely going to play spoilers. They're not going to make the tournament. They have to win the NCHC, which is probably not going to happen. But they're the team you don't want to play right now. That's what it is. They're super young. If no one leaves, they're going to be good. But they have a ton of freshmen. They got some studs, but they're scary right now. They're scrappy.
I don't know.
I could not. They beat ASU. Congratulations. They got one win, right?
Two.
They swept them?
It was a win and a tie.
Oh, the win in the tie.
That's
bullshit.
a sweep in my book.
Dude, the Big Ten, the college hockey.
Gentleman's sweep.
College hockey needs. I know we're going to talk about it with the Gophers. College hockey just needs to figure out their point system.
It's so bad. It's
so
so
dumb.
confusing. Every single
Pisses me
time
off.
something happens in overtime, I never know who actually benefits.
Or a
from it.
shootout.
Yeah.
They call it a tie, but the team who wins in a shootout, like Michigan did the other night.
Oh yeah, it's just for fun,
they
right?
I think so. I don't know if they get an extra. I think they get another point as if they won.
Oh.
And then on
They
Twitter,
don't count it a win. They count it a tie.
yeah, and then all their socials is just says they tie, but like no, they didn't.
They got
It's so dumb.
It's a rule designed for social media admins so they don't get torched, because if you win the shootout, you can put victory on there, and if you lose the shootout, you just put we tied.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
fans can't come after you and say horrible things to you, even though you're just the person who runs the Twitter account.
It's a win-win-win
Right.
scenario for everybody.
Except for the fans.
Yeah, I still have no idea what's going on.
Because I've always said I'd rather lose a game than tie it. As dumb as that sounds for points, ties are they're dumb.
Well, especially in college hockey.
It's soft. It's un-American. It's what it is.
yeah, come on.
Ties like kissing your sister, my A-squirt coach Ken Larson always used to say.
Well,
Okay.
okay, kissing your sister
I guess.
or brother.
Yep.
Okay. Did your coach know? Well, never mind.
Really quick, while we're just on the topic of the NCHC and college hockey, my favorite team, formerly known as the North Dakota Fighting Sioux, played Denver this weekend, and a guy from our team got in a fight with Zeev Boyum, future Minnesota Wild, who is now suspended for one game.
Nice.
So at least we know he's got jam. Plays with toughness.
There you go.
And Zeev Boyum, fighter? Question mark?
Oh, he's gonna come in the league.
Start the
and
narrative.
He's gonna start some shit with some experienced veterans.
Yeah.
When he gets out for the Wild, like he's gonna go up against OV or
Oh, yeah.
somebody, and
He just immediately tries to fight Sid.
he's gonna be that kind of guy.
That's how you.
No.
That's how you set the tone in your NHL
Gotta
career.
set the fucking tone,
try to
boys.
just be the most disrespectful player in game one and fight the most respected player out there. But okay, I tucked my Daytona boner into my waistband and I'm pulling it back out.
You're tucking.
I was tucking it.
Oh.
So yeah, William Byron wins his second Daytona 500 in a row. Now, I had to go to hockey with about 40 laps left. It was weird timing because there was a rain delay. So I thought I was going to get to watch the whole thing.
Same here.
And I didn't. Did you guys see how it ended though?
I didn't get to see the ending yet. I didn't look it
Crash,
up.
baby.
So
crash at the end.
going into turn 2, William Byron was in 9th place of the last lap, and he won the race.
Really?
My guy Denny Hamlin was going after a win. He got crashed into. Everyone in front of Byron crashed, and he flew through all of it and ended up winning the race because of it. So that just proves that in NASCAR, the strategy is just survive till the end, and you might have a shot.
You never know. It's just like go for hoops, man. Just survive to the end. But no, it's so he was in 9th place.
He was in 9th place going
last
into
lap.
turn 2. And
Really?
then, this is what happens with NASCAR. Everyone's super conservative for, the first most of the race. And then on the last lap, it's like everyone's balls to the walls. They get, they're so tight.
Yeah.
And all one guy does is maybe guns it too hard or hits the brakes. And it sends like a fucking chain reaction through the whole pack of cars.
Yep.
And they all just start spinning all over the place.
And he made it through the crash, and he got the
pretty
win?
much.
Oh, wow.
There was-
They didn't caution, did they?
No, somehow they
This was
did.
the last lap.
There was a car literally fucking flying.
Yeah.
It was airborne. It was sick.
Watch it, dude.
Yeah.
I was in the same boat. I was looking forward to watching. I could only watch half of it before I had to go to hockey, and but I didn't know much about William Byron. I just knew he won it last year. But when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, dude, his car. Or I didn't even realize it was him right away. I'm like, the 24, Jeff Gordon's
Gordon's number.
the DuPont car. I'm like, I was absolutely obsessed with Jeff Gordon as a kid. I'm like, I want that guy to win. And I'm like, oh, that's William Byron. He won last year. All right. And then I saw that he won when I was able to check. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, maybe I gotta get back into NASCAR like I was when I was 5.
Yep.
And get the same obsession I had for Jeff Gordon for William Byron. But congrats to him. But I gotta look up those highlights.
It's crazy.
Speaking of that, do they retire numbers in NASCAR like in other sports? They should.
I feel like they can't do that because they just need maximum money.
There's also a fuck ton
Sponsors.
of people in the cars.
They should respect. They should retire numbers of guys who die in the car. I guarantee Dale Earnhardt's original number is probably retired. No, chat.
Chat.
Yeah, chat.
The
10K
Budweiser car has been retired.
10K NASCAR.
Also,
NASCAR
Frankie
10K.
Muniz is a driver, guys.
Yes,
yeah.
he's in the minor leagues of NASCAR or F1,
Which is the Xfinity series. I
Yeah,
believe,
I've seen him
NASCAR.
race. I've been to NASCAR. Go to NASCAR, chat. Go to NASCAR. It is electric. Electric.
Dude, I want to go there. Speaking of Frankie Muniz, there's they're bringing back Malcolm in the Middle, by the way. Disney Plus, just a little tidbit. But yeah, he does little reunion show. But yeah, he does race. I guess he quit acting to be a race car driver. So
That's sick.
That's sweet, man.
Kids grow up like if you ask like 1 in every 5 first graders what they want to be when they grow up, they say a race car driver, and he's actually doing it.
Yeah,
that
he is.
fucking rocks.
Yes, no, maybe.
I don't
know. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
Yeah, me, dude.
But yeah, dude, Daytona 500. I didn't see there was probably some tomfoolery the night
Yeah.
before the race, maybe during the race, after the race. That's usually about just like most sporting events, just about a good 4 or 5 day bender for some of those go lucky boys in the South. But
The intros of that though is so electric.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Just the revving of the engines and
Trump took a lap in the motorcade.
like that's good. It's just America. Let's go.
Uh,
Dude, nothing will beat the 2007 Daytona. I think with Kevin James.
Yep, the driver.
Yar! Engines. Like nothing will beat that, but you get that same vibe still.
Oh,
every year
dude.
with it. It's
And
great.
I've told you guys about it. I've been to the Indy 500, and it's the same
Yeah.
vibe. It's 300,000 people packed into a stadium, hammered off your ass.
No one's sober.
Fucking cars are revving. You can feel it in my leg.
There are cops looking to like pull you over if you're sober driving out of that
Yeah.
car.
Oh, yeah.
That's
They make you
bad
walk the
sailing.
line, and if you walk it straight, you're going to jail.
You're going to jail for a while.
There's
It's
sober
true.
There's sober kids in India. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, Daytona 500 electric as always. But all right, while we're talking America, let's talk about Sarge. I'm like looking at him as he's trying to.
I thought we were doing an ad. I thought we were doing an ad.
That's after this.
Okay,
Ad
my
break.
bad.
It's all right. Sarge has a pass because he's gone 57 days without porn.
I'm sure you have a counter in your room, man.
And also 2 months.
That's crazy.
Good for you.
I'm
Especially
shocking.
went from every day to no days, like straight cold turkey, dude.
Yeah, but it was funny in like that one of our group chats. Like people were like shocked. Like our buddy Cam was like, "You went that long?" And then you're like, "Yep, nothing, no porn, just Insta sluts."
Yeah.
That's what you put. I'm like, what?
Cam's surprised because he's probably rocking two times a day at least.
Cam would like. I remember we lived in the Plymouth house. He would list off like 150 porn stars just off the top of his head. He's like, "Oh no, it's not because I watch a lot. It's just I have a really good memory." I'm like, "That is the same
Listing
thing."
them off like they're baseball prospects.
Yeah, sorry, Cam, but that did happen. But you know.
So, like we mentioned, folks, I'll plug it again. We're going to be watching the USA-Sweden game tonight live on all of our socials. We'll also be watching the championship game against those stinky Canadians on Thursday. Same story, but Freebird is the goal song. I saw Marlo, I don't know if it was in a group chat or if it was online. He tried to say that it's not a good goal song, and I don't know what else would be better. So I'm curious what you guys think of Freebird as a goal song.
Well, I like it. I was wondering how they were going to use it when they first like announced it, but they go into the solo. I thought
Right.
you can't start off the beginning of the song. It's way too slow. I'm like, okay, that'd be a little awkward. But they go right into the solo. That's badass. That's cool. But I was thinking there is possibly one better song choice, and it would just be America. Fuck yeah. Here to save the day. And they just have fireworks and pyrotechnics going all over the place.
Bald eagles with like 6-packs flying all over the place.
Yeah, and then you have the singer of Creed just fly down on a rope
yeah.
for no reason, whatever his name is.
Dude, that reminds me. There actually might be a better goal song they could use, and it's what is it? From It's Always Sunny, Birds of War.
Oh yeah,
Oh, stomp, clap, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap.
Birds of like they do a whole choreographed.
Yeah, because they
dance.
host a wrestling match for the troops.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that's right.
If you don't know the show,
Yes.
It's Always Sunny. Just search Birds of War.
Birds of War. There's a whole clip on it, and
They dress up as bald eagles with camo cargo shorts, and
Yeah.
then they spray paint six-packs on their stomachs.
Oh man! And then isn't that when they go wrestling?
Yeah.
They try to wrestle.
It's a wrestling match.
And then fucking who was the garbage can?
Frank, he's a
Frank was-
garbage man.
He was I'm garbage man. Like that's stupid.
Yeah.
But
He
yeah.
eats the trash and he
Yeah.
throws the trash. I think Born in the USA could be a decent
Yeah.
one, but that one's still like it's not as fast paced as Freebird.
It's still not as it's not as heavy, anything like that. I still think they could throw in crowd chant somewhere.
that would
It would
fuck,
be upset.
That would fucking rock. Pretty much just anything with an electric guitar.
Bill Guerin would be really upset. You see Bill Guerin? I saw a clip. He was on like Fox News.
Oh, dude.
he was so like
None of the other like GMs I feel like have gotten any FaceTime, and he's doing all these interviews. He's going on during other games at intermissions. They were talking about on today's broadcast how there was this big dinner where a ton of people were involved, and he was there meeting everyone. Like he's just the man of the people. And by God, did he put together a good roster.
Oh, he did. He was.
This team is so stacked.
He didn't. I mean, we met. I think we can take some credit. I think we had mentioned maybe there was a drunken text sent to him at one point saying when he was announced that he was going to be the GM. I'm like, remember, you can't look for the best ones. You got to look for the right ones. I said that. I came
Right.
up with that. He's like, right. Even
Yep.
though,
It's like one of those quotes where it's like Herb Brooks and then Jake Bringo.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exact. I think that's probably what I did.
Yeah. Even though you weren't even alive when he said that.
No, I wasn't alive. I was alive when. No, I was technically alive in the movie. And the movie.
Oh yeah,
was
when the
real
movie
life.
came out in 2003.
Yes. So yep.
2004, I watched it after the game.
No, it was 2003.
Sarge.
Should we confirm that?
I can confirm it.
We're in a heated debate.
Okay, you look it up
Okay.
while I talk about Northern Lids. So, folks, you know our hats that we make here, Northern Lids, great quality. We're happy to be sponsored by Northern Lids, a custom patch hat company. This is the top spot for all custom team hats, whether it's your business, personal project, whatever, designed, patched, sewed, and stitched right here in the Twin Cities. And in addition, Northern Lids also has a line of products that are available for purchase, such as our hats, such as the famous Kirill 97 hat. Even for Sarge and Blackhawks fans, there's a Bedard hat. They make it all, folks. So go to northernlids.com. Follow Nick on all the socials, Northern Lids. They make the best hats locally. All right, what's the verdict
was
on
wrong.
this?
It's 2004. I was right. I'm not kidding. I watched it after that U.S. game on Saturday because I was so fucking amped up.
Yep.
I'm like,
Nice.
America. You can't watch porn, so you got to watch that, man. That's better than
Natty or
anything you
bust?
watch. No, I thought it was 2003. My bad.
Yeah, natty or bust. I like that transition. Jake, go for hockey. Suffered two tech. So this is once
Yep.
again, we're just gonna get
Yep.
back. Did they tie twice?
No, they
Like-
they technically lost the first game, right? Because they
Okay.
lost. They went to 3-3 overtime, which is only 5 minutes, and Michigan scored.
So, but the Gophers got a point
So they got a point, and then Michigan got 2 points.
for winning on
did
3-on-3.
Did they get the full 2 points, or did they get the full 3 points?
I
You get
would
3
think
points
it
for
would-
a win.
Yeah, I think if they won a shootout, they'd get 2 points.
Yeah, so
But
I think
because they won in the 3-on-3, Michigan gets 3, Gophers get 1.
Yeah, that's right. And then the second game they tied, but they went to a shootout. And Michigan, there's 3 shooters. Each team gets 3 shooters, and Michigan was the only team to score. We didn't score any of our attempts, so they got 1 extra point, but we still technically tied. So we lost and tied.
So you got swept, but you didn't get swept.
We got asterisk swept.
You might be you guys might hold the record now for getting the most points for getting swept.
I think so too.
2 points is not a bad weekend, but you didn't win any games.
I swear in the last 10 years, the Gopher hockey team has had so many of these sweeps where they tie and lose, tie, lose. It's never
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's so bizarre. Like, I want to know, like,
If you're gonna lose, just lose with class.
oh no, what happened? Did you respond to a comment?
Veach, the college hockey master,
Oh, I
He's
was-
probably pissed at us.
Oh,
We don't
he's
know
definitely
this.
pissed.
sarcastically saying you guys are killing this hockey coverage right now. I can't even talk right now.
Well, Veach, why don't you get your ass in here and
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
us how it
Oh,
works?
shit.
You moved Bossman's game.
Oh no!
All right, my mic hit.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't know how it works. It's too fucking confusing.
gonna look
It's
it
too
up.
confusing, Veach.
Big Ten
Tell
college.
he knows the people who run this league. Tell him to change it. Tell him that it's
Yeah.
too confusing. Jake's looking it up.
Yeah, because I'm. Just
All I know is North Dakota stinks.
I've looked this up so many times, and I just can't. I still regular season to require. If the game is tied at the end of regulation, teams will conduct a sudden victory 5-minute 3-3 overtime period. Well, I know that, but I want to know the point system.
Ask AI. AI will know.
Ask Jeeves, dude.
Ask Grok, not Gronk. Grok, which is the Twitter AI.
Oh, cripes. Oh, here.
Oh, you found a full article. That'll help.
Well, I'm actually. How many points are? Oh, I got a section here.
3-minute time limit on this segment.
Dang it! I don't want to subscribe to Badger Extra. Okay.
Oh, now he's on the enemy's site.
No. This is an area.
This is a disaster.
All 6 Division I hockey conferences and 4 of the 5 Division I women's hockey conferences use the same structure. 3 points for a win after the 60 minutes of regulation.
Yes.
2 points for a win in the 5 minutes of overtime.
Okay, so we were right. Wait, no, we said you'd get 3 points if you won in overtime.
Yeah, so 2 points for a win in the 5 minutes of overtime or shootout. 1 point for an overtime or shootout loss. And no points for a regulation. So it's stupid. So Michigan gets 2 points for a win in overtime, but then they get 2 points for a shootout win, but a tie.
I'm so lost, dude.
This is so stupid. I hate just go to a 5-minute.
Or just end the game after 3 periods and give everyone a participation trophy.
I'd be fine with having ties in college hockey. It doesn't make sense in NHL, but just give it a tie. Make it a tie at that point. All this extra crap doesn't make sense to me.
So, Jake, is it championship or bust this year for your Gopher squad?
As in, you mean championship or bust, and that this whole it's done. We're not going to be good for like 10 years. Because
No, just like the Snuggerud era is done. I mean,
Yeah.
how many players are leaving after this year? It's got to be
know.
a couple, right?
This is the last string of the
Tail
team
end of
what we saw a couple years ago of Brock Faber. Yeah, I think we can be good again, but I think it's resetting after this year.
Yeah.
I think this is our last good shot at winning a championship. So I think they can do it, but they have these games and these series like Michigan.
where they just love to tie.
Yeah, and then they
Still
lose to Notre Dame like a month ago, who's awful, like at home, and they love to tie or shootout lose to teams. I don't know how it works. I mean, they finished the season I think against Ohio State and Penn State, who are unranked. I think.
Yeah.
So they should win 3 or 4 of those games or win both series, but who knows? The Gophers are weird in hockey.
All right, let's take a different approach here with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Do the Minnesota Timberwolves own the Thunder? So we beat them on Thursday night. Yeah. We were down Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Mike Conley, and of course Dante DiVincenzo. But I did read that DiVincenzo is close to coming back. At least John Krasinski from The Athletic reported that he might come back by the end of the month, or it's trending that way, that him and Conley will both be back in less than a month. So,
but
that's something.
Do we really want them back?
Well, I think we want we need that ginger energy.
You do need that.
Not Sam Darnold ginger energy. That ginger energy fizzled out. I think it's because I cut out a picture of his face and put it on a Jesus candle and lit it.
You need that weird NBA white guy energy.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just a goony white dude.
He needs one of those haircuts that's like flat on the top, like the military haircut, and then he needs to wear like the whitest guy looking pair of Reebok shoes and white ankle socks
from like the early 2000s.
And we might make a run.
I think so too. Well, I saw the Wolves they're 31-25. I know they've been doing a lot better. I thought they were just gonna be stuck at 500 purgatory all season.
It was looking like that.
And we'll be a play-in team. But no, they're looking a little better. But I see guys are stepping up, like Terrence Shannon.
Yes, dude. I was going to mention
he's actually doing okay.
Terrence Shannon's a dog.
Who's that other guy? Jalen Clark?
Yep.
What's his name?
Maybe. That sounds like someone who was on the Eagles.
Yeah. I forgot.
His last name's Clark. We got that.
What I was going to
Jalen.
mention, though, Terrence Shannon in that game against the Thunder, 13 points, 6 rebounds, but in his 29 minutes he played, he was plus 23. So clearly a defensive dog.
Yeah.
So
these guys, that's what I'm saying. These guys are stepping up, and we beat a top team in the NBA in the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I know Mike Conley, he's definitely looked like a lot slower. Old, yeah.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old.
We can say it.
But you know what? Maybe he is just having some general soreness, and he needs to get over that. And he'll win. And we'll play
Connolly should show up to the next Timberwolves photo shoot in all street clothes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Channel is into LeBron energy.
Julius Randle can. I don't know what the.
I don't know what to do with that guy.
I don't like. That's. he looks like he's out there like he just wants to be playing basketball at the YMCA and a resident men's league sometimes.
Every time
I watch him, like, what are you doing, dude?
I'm in a group chat with some. I'm not gonna name names, but I'll just call them other Wolves fans. And every time we lose a game, he uses Twitter AI to generate a picture of Julius Randle shaking hands with a different terrorist every time.
Well, that's great.
I also saw Canadian hockey fans say Jordan Bin Laden, and it was Jordan Binnington's face mixed with Bin Laden's.
Oh, like doing some AI stuff.
Because he gives up like one 5-hole goal against America, and Canada was like, get him out of there. And it's like, who else are you going to put in there? All your kids grow up wanting to be McDavid now. You don't have goalies up in Canada.
I know. Exactly.
Chat has an awesome stat about the Gophers. This is from Brucey. Shout out Brucey. Gophers have 28 consecutive misses in the shootout and 11 straight losses in shootouts. Yikes.
Well, good thing shootouts aren't a part of the tournament.
Yeah, no, I think they just do flat out overtime.
Yeah.
So we can still win a national championship. I was gonna say, whenever they have gone to a shootout, I don't remember the last time I've seen the Gopher hockey team win in a shootout, and they've been to a lot, I think, in overtimes in general. So, well, I still don't understand that extra time, but yeah,
we'll figure it out eventually. We'll figure it out by the time it doesn't matter, which is when the tournament starts.
It'll be June when we figure it out. It won't even make sense.
Yep. All right, final topic to close us out. This is somehow this show has turned into what's going on with Kanye these days, but Kanye is getting divorced to that woman that showed up naked to the Grammys. What's her name? Bianca?
Something like that.
Sarge, what's her name? I know.
Her name's No Clothes.
No clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. I'm looking it up.
It's ironic because they allegedly did not sign a prenup despite him writing a song about women who date you because you're rich and that you should sign a prenup. So he's going to get cleaned out, right?
Yeah, I think so. And she could have just been marrying him for that reason. Who knows? But I'm not surprised at all. That he's getting divorced.
It's just funny timing.
I know.
He all within the last 2 weeks, she shows up naked to the Grammys. They get kicked out for not being invited. He starts going back on Twitter, tweeting about how he loves Hitler and Nazis, and then gets divorced, all within 2 weeks. You think your life is crazy because you got kids and a job and stuff? Think about this guy's fucking timeline in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, right? I mean,
pretty impressive, to be honest.
I mean, you could expand just in the last 2 weeks, but I mean, you can take his timeline over the last 10 years and
True.
put that into just craziness. I am predicting, though, Kanye, I think he's going to be the next person to somehow legally marry himself.
Oh, yeah, like Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, Dennis Rodman. He's going to be a Dennis Rodman. He's like, I'm marrying myself, motherfuckers. Let's go. Like, I get to see him doing that shit.
And he technically would fuck himself because he's a winner. Because remember, he said he wanted to fuck Kamala Harris, but then he said, I don't fuck losers. That was a quote. That was like his first. That was his first tweet when he was back on Twitter. Was like, "Yeah, I wanted to fuck Kamala Harris, but I don't fuck losers."
It's like, okay, yeah, we're right. He's right
All
back.
right, man.
Into
Welcome
it.
back to the internet.
Yeah, welcome to the internet, sir.
Good. All right, we're gonna close it on that note, folks. Thanks so much for watching or listening to another episode of 10K TV. Make sure to buy Captain's Patch at the X. Support Nick at northernliz.com. And stick around. We're going to be switching up some tech here and streaming the USA game that starts in a minute. So go USA.